Have you ever wondered about the most useless megaprojects around the world? In the realm of human ambition, sometimes grand plans don't always pan out. Megaprojects, those colossal undertakings that cost billions and take years to complete, are prime examples of this. From man-made archipelagos to deserted cities and airports that never see a plane, there's a fascinating world of failed ventures out there. And today we're counting down the most astonishing of them all. Stay tuned to find out which mega project tops our list. Starting our countdown at number 10, we have the World Islands in Dubai. Imagine the audacity of creating a man-made archipelago of 300 islands, all shaped to form a miniature world map right in the heart of the Arabian Gulf. That's exactly what was envisioned for the World Islands project in Dubai. This ambitious venture was born from the desire to leave a unique footprint in the world of architecture and real estate, a place where the super-rich could own their private island, shaped like any country they desired. However, as grand and as glamorous as it sounded, the project faced numerous hurdles. Environmental concerns were raised, questioning the impact on marine life and the sustainability of such a project. Financial difficulties also loomed large. The cost of creating and maintaining these islands proved to be a colossal challenge. And then there was the issue of accessibility. How do you get to your private island? Helicopter, boat, the logistics were a nightmare. The project stalled, and the islands began to sink back into the sea from which they were born. The dream of owning a piece of the world literally turned into a mirage for many investors. Today, many of the islands are underwater, a testament to the project's failure. At number 9, we have the Ciudad Real Central Airport in Spain. This grandiose project was initiated in 2008 with high hopes and a rather optimistic outlook. The airport was built to cater to a future population boom in Ciudad Real, a city of about 75,000 people. The vision was grand, the expectations high, but the timing couldn't have been worse. Just as the airport was ready to take off, so to speak, the economic crisis of 2008 swooped in, grounding those soaring dreams. The anticipated population boom turned out to be a bust, and the airport, built to welcome countless travelers, never saw a single commercial flight. Now, instead of bustling with passengers, the airport echoes with emptiness, occasionally disrupted by cargo flights and pilot training sessions. From a beacon of economic growth and optimism, it has become a stark reminder of overambitious planning and the risks of putting all your eggs in one basket. The Ciudad Real Central Airport, designed to connect a small Spanish city with the rest of the world, now stands isolated, a monument to an ambitious dream that never took flight. It's a testament to the fact that even the most well-intentioned plans can sometimes fail to take off due to unforeseen circumstances. The airport now stands as a monument to overambitious planning. Moving on to number 8, we have the purpose-built capital city of Naypyidaw in Myanmar. Now, this isn't just any city. Naypyidaw, meaning abode of kings, is a city that was deliberately constructed in the early 2000s. But the odd part? It was built in the middle of nowhere, in a country that had been under military rule for decades. Now, you might think that a newly built capital city would be bustling with life, right? Well, not quite. Naypyidaw is vast, it's opulent, it's grand. Its roads can accommodate up to 20 lanes of traffic. It has luxurious hotels, a sprawling government district, and a zoo. But here's the catch. It's eerily empty. The government's reasons for moving the capital from Yangon to Naypyidaw remain vague at best. Some speculate it was a strategic move to distance the government from the masses. Others suggest it was done to centralize the administration. Regardless of the reason, the result is a city that feels more like a ghost town than a capital. Naypyidaw's wide, empty boulevards and vacant hotels stand as a testament to the government's misplaced priorities and grandiose ambitions. Despite the billions of dollars spent, the city is still struggling to attract residents and visitors alike. Naypyidaw remains one of the world's strangest and most isolated cities. At number 7, we have the ambitious Forest City project in Malaysia. Imagine a massive, sustainable, futuristic city rising from a reclaimed island off the coast of Malaysia. This is the vision that sparked the creation of Forest City, a dream of a green utopia, a city that would serve as a model for sustainable development in the modern world. But as with many dreams, reality proved to be a stubborn obstacle. The project's grand ambition was matched by an equally grand array of challenges. Environmental concerns were at the forefront. The construction on a reclaimed island brought about worries of potential environmental damage. The delicate balance of the local ecosystem was at risk, and critics feared the long-term impacts could be substantial. Then there's the financial aspect. The vast sums of money required to build a city from scratch have led to a mountain of debt. As the project advanced, doubts about its financial viability began to grow. Will the city attract enough residents and businesses to justify the costs? Will it generate the economic activity needed to sustain itself? These questions hang in the air as construction continues. The cranes and bulldozers are still at work creating a city that may or may not have a future. The future of Forest City remains uncertain. And so, Forest City stands as a testament to the challenges of ambitious megaprojects, a symbol of the fine line between visionary dreams and the harsh realities of implementation. Coming in at number 6, we have the Millennium Dome in the United Kingdom. Conceived as a grandiose tribute to the dawn of a new millennium, the Millennium Dome was an ambitious project that promised to put London at the forefront of the global stage. The dome, a colossal construction that sits on the Greenwich Peninsula, was intended to be the jewel in the crown of the United Kingdom's Millennium celebrations. It was a structure that was meant to encapsulate the spirit of the future, a testament to human ingenuity and a symbol of the United Kingdom's commitment to innovation and progress. But alas, the reality was far from the dream. The dome was met with widespread criticism for its astronomical cost and a perceived lack of interesting content. The public questioned the rationale behind such a mammoth expenditure and wondered whether the funds could have been put to better use. The controversy surrounding the dome was further compounded by the fact that it failed to attract the projected number of visitors. Its exhibits, which were intended to be a celebration of human achievement, were criticized for being dull and uninspiring. The Millennium Dome, meant to be a beacon of the future, quickly became a symbol of failed ambition. Despite this rocky start, the dome has found a new lease on life. It was eventually sold and repurposed as a venue for concerts and sporting events. The dome now serves as a venue for concerts and sporting events, a far cry from its original purpose. And at number 5, we have the Palace of the People in Romania. An imposing edifice of grandeur and opulence, it stands as a testament to the ambitions of one man, the former dictator Nicolae Ceausescu. The construction of this enormous palace began in the 1980s. It was a project of immense proportions, intended to serve as a seat of government, a symbol of power and might. It was Ceausescu's dream to create the most magnificent building in the world, a dream that consumed a significant portion of the country's resources and manpower. However, the revolution of 1989 had other plans. Ceausescu was overthrown, his grand dreams shattered. The palace, still under construction, was left in limbo, a towering monument to a fallen regime. Despite its grandeur, the palace has never been fully utilized. It's too large, too opulent, almost impractical in its scale. It stands as a stark reminder of the excesses of a bygone era, a symbol of the vanity of power. Today, the Palace of the People has found a new purpose. It now serves as a parliament building, a place where decisions are made, laws are passed, and the country is governed. It's also a museum, a place where visitors can walk through its grand halls, marvel at its architectural splendor, and reflect on the history it represents. The palace now serves as a museum and a parliament building. Coming in at number 4, we have the unfinished Pyongyang Rugyong Hotel in North Korea. This behemoth of a structure, reaching up into the sky with its pyramid-like shape, was initially conceived as a symbol of North Korea's progress and development. The hotel was intended to be the tallest hotel in the world, a towering testament to North Korea's ambition, but alas, it was not to be. Construction began in the late 80s during a time of economic prosperity. However, the project was plagued by problems from the get-go. From design flaws to the lack of raw materials, the construction was a series of missteps. The final blow came in the 90s when North Korea fell into an economic crisis. Funding ran dry and the construction came to a grinding halt. For over 2 decades, the hotel stood unfinished, its empty shell a stark contrast to the grandeur it was supposed to represent. Attempts to revive the project have been made, but to no avail. The hotel remains empty to this day, a gigantic concrete skeleton looming over the city of Pyongyang. It's fascinating how the Rugyong Hotel, once a symbol of North Korea's grand ambitions, has now become a monument to its economic failures. It's a testament to the fact that ambition, without the means to achieve it, can lead to great disappointment. The hotel stands as a stark reminder of North Korea's failed ambitions. At number 3, we have the Angkor Wat Golf Resort in Cambodia. This massive golf course resort was built with the intention of attracting high-end tourists. Nestled near the historic Angkor Wat Temple complex, one of the most famous landmarks in Cambodia. The resort was meant to offer a luxurious experience, blending the modern amenities of a world-class golf course with the ancient, mystical charm of the Angkor Wat temples. Yet this ambitious project soon found itself in hot water. Critics argued that the construction of the resort was damaging the environment and disrespecting the sanctity of the centuries-old temples. The resort's development involved clearing large areas of land, disrupting local ecosystems, and potentially damaging archaeological sites. The juxtaposition of a modern golf course against the backdrop of sacred temples was seen by many as a symbol of disrespect to Cambodia's cultural heritage. Financially, the resort has struggled too. Despite the promise of attracting wealthy tourists, the resort has been unable to sustain itself, with many potential visitors choosing to bypass the golf course in favor of visiting the temples directly. The Angkor Wat Golf Resort serves as a stark reminder of the potential pitfalls of ambitious construction projects that fail to consider the broader environmental and cultural impacts. Despite its grand plans, the resort now stands as a shadow of its former ambition. Coming in at number 2, we have the Dubai Metro Green Line. This ambitious addition to Dubai's public transportation system was conceived with high hopes. Dubai, known for its grand architectural projects, set out to extend its metro system to cater to new developments on the city's outskirts. The Dubai Metro Green Line, a stunning piece of engineering, was designed with every detail meticulously planned. The idea was to connect the city's burgeoning outskirts with the bustling city center, fostering growth and development in these new areas. Unfortunately, the reality has not lived up to the initial vision. The area it was meant to serve has not developed at the expected pace, leaving the Green Line somewhat stranded. Today it stands largely empty, its sleek stations and gleaming tracks echoing with the absence of the crowds it was built to accommodate. The Green Line is now more than a metro line. It's a testament to the potential pitfalls of overzealous planning. It's a visible reminder that even the best-laid plans can go awry when reality doesn't match the vision. Despite its current state, the Green Line still stands as a symbol of Dubai's ambition and drive. Maybe one day, the areas it was designed to serve will catch up to its pace, and it will become the bustling metro line it was meant to be. The Green Line is a stark reminder of the dangers of overambitious planning. And finally, at number 1, we have Shanghai City in China. In the early 2000s, a peculiar vision of Paris rose from the southern Chinese landscape. This was Shanghai City, an ambitious project aimed to replicate the City of Lights in the heart of Asia. The idea was to create a slice of European charm that would attract tourists and investors alike. The city was meticulously planned, with a replica of the Eiffel Tower standing tall amidst the Parisian-style architecture. The streets were named after French landmarks, and the city was adorned with its own versions of the Champs-Élysées and the Versailles Gardens. Yet, despite these apparent touches of authenticity, the result was anything but Parisian. The project was poorly executed from the start. The buildings, although visually similar to their Parisian counterparts, were constructed using cheap materials, leading to a cityscape that felt more like a tacky theme park than a sophisticated metropolis. But the problems ran deeper than just aesthetics. The city was built with little consideration for the cultural and societal nuances that define Paris. The bustling cafe culture, the vibrant art scene, the history etched into every cobblestone, these were all absent in Shanghai City. The result was a hollow imitation, a city that looked like Paris on the surface but lacked its soul. Over time, the city's allure faded, And the tourists and investors that were expected to flock to this Chinese Paris never came. Today, Sanjai City stands largely empty, its streets echoing with the unfulfilled promise of a Parisian dream. The city is a stark reminder of the pitfalls of mimicking another culture without understanding its essence. It also highlights the dangers of overambitious urban planning, where grand visions fail to materialize due to poor execution and a lack of demand. Sanjai City is a bizarre and unsettling place, topping our list of the world's most useless megaprojects. Through its empty streets and cheap imitations, it serves as a poignant symbol of the futility of building a city without a soul. And there you have it, the top 10 most useless megaprojects around the world. Each one a testament to human ambition, each one a monument to the pitfalls of overreach. From deserted cities to empty airports, these colossal ventures serve as fascinating reminders of the delicate balance between vision and practicality. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, don't forget to subscribe to Epic Elite 10s. Until next time, keep exploring the world and its wonders.